she had every right to clap back because the narration of it all, Loni was the person who got Tamar Braxton fired. And nevertheless, after that, Tamar Braxton come with some fake receipt. Yes, I call it fake receipt. So if you got this text of somebody got you fired like 4 years ago, and now after she clapped back, that's when you want to show. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is SterVens. If you're new to my channel, you know what to do. Click the subscribe button right here, and don't forget to click the little bell so you can get a video update whenever I post a brand new video. And I am back with hot topic of the week, the hot topic of the day, however you want to call it. So I took a 2-month break because I wanted to redo my set. And when I started doing my video, I have a sofa, which it did not feel right, so I decided to get a chair, which is my favorite color. And I also decided to get which I had that already, I decided to put this in the background as my background effect. And I am going to change the table. Right now I have a square table. I plan to get a circle table, which is supposed to be on the way. I was supposed to receive it today, but because I went out at work, so I did not get that. And I'm going to add a lamp, maybe a tree there. I'm not sure about that yet. And I'm also going to add a photo frame in the back because the wall is so wide, so I need a little bit distraction in the back. So with that being said, I am ready to discuss the hot topic of the week, Monday to Friday. So the first victim in my list is Miss Beyonce. She got robbed. All I had to say, she got robbed. She was nominated for 6 Emmy for her documentary Homecoming on Netflix, but she did not take anything home, and everybody was upset about it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Beyonce going to be just fine without an Emmy. And I think Beyonce, I know Beyonce has so much award trophy at her house, she don't even have room to put them. And however, she wants to win herself an Oscar for her beautiful soundtrack of The Gift, which is from the movie Lion King, and which I fairly enjoyed the soundtrack. And I watched Homecoming probably 4 times on Netflix since it came out, so Miss Beyonce going to be fine. The next person I'm going to skip, which I didn't care much about it, so that's the reason I'm still going to bring it up because it's her topic. Miss Kenya Moore for the Real Housewife of Atlanta is getting divorced, so I'm going to put that out there. I don't really care. So my favorite lady is back. Miss Wendy Williams is back on the purple chair. Oh, I got me an orange chair. I've done that before. This is not what you think. It's not what you think. You know, I know what you're thinking, but it's not that. But the reason I got me an orange chair is because orange is one of my favorite colors, and I just think I look good in that damn chair, so that's the reason I got me an orange chair. But beside that, she is back and she's already throwing the pot already. So she had one, I think on her third show, she had Tamar Braxton stop by, and they were talking, and I fairly was confused when Tamar Braxton came out with what she was wearing. But nevertheless, I passed that, so I was okay. I'm just going to watch the interview because whenever she stopped at Wendy Williams, she's always give good interview. Especially her and Wendy Williams is cool. It's like 2 friends are talking. And nevertheless, Miss Wendy Williams threw a little bit shade at the wheel because she called them a little show, and she also say like they need Tamar Braxton, and I was saying to myself, like, even she got fired after the 2nd season, so the wheel is on the 6th season. So they've been doing fine without her for almost 4 seasons. And they also earned themselves an Emmy, I think that's what it is, an Emmy, and without Tamar Braxton. That means they don't really need her. I stopped watching The Wheel because when I used to watch it from season 1 and season 2, whenever they did a video, they normally upload it on YouTube. And since then, they upload like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, like even they would tell a story, never mind. It's just like they do it in so little chop. It's just I'm not interested in watching 2 seconds of a hot topic 5 times. So that's one of the reasons I stopped watching The Wheel. Nevertheless, Wendy threw a little shade, and Tamar Braxton also threw some shade too. The lady from The Wheel responded back, and as you know, since Tamar Braxton got fired from The Wheel, she do a lot of talking about somebody stabbing her in the back, blah 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 blah. You know the story. But I never see the lady from The Wheel, Jenny, Tamira, Loni, and Adrian Ballon defend themselves on what happened until I think early this year they stopped at the Breakfast Club and they talk about briefly what happened, why Tamar Braxton got fired. And nevertheless, Tamar Braxton did put out an apology on Twitter. So with that being said, is the shade Tamar Braxton was throwing was not necessary, because I feel like whenever you in the industry, if you get fired or you quit a job, whenever you're doing an interview, people going to ask you, would you go back? What happened? Would you go back? What happened? And I feel like there's always a classic way of answering the question without being messy, without being petty. And I think that's exactly what Tamar Braxton was doing when she answered the question. And Loni take it to her defense to clap back. And she had every right to clap back, because the narration of it all, Loni was the person who got Tamar Braxton fired. And nevertheless, after that, Tamar Braxton come with some fake receipt. Yes, I call it fake receipt. So if you got this text of somebody got you fired like 4 years ago, and now after she clapped back, that's when you want to show some receipt she writes the neck with a letter to get you fired, that I don't believe. So nevertheless, that was the hot topic everybody was talking about, and my 2 cents is I felt like Tamar Braxton could have been a little bit classy with her response when it comes to The Wheel, but she decided to be messy, and the lady from The Wheel have every reason to be messy back. And the next hot topic everybody was talking about was Nicki Minaj from The Wheel. Again, she's finally stepped out. She's in a relationship with Jeezy. And some old clip from The Wheel popped up when she was talking about Dark Men. And nevertheless, I remember watching this episode. One thing I know for a fact about Nicki Minaj, especially when she was married to Freddie, is the fact is Nicki Minaj is fascinated with black guys, point blank and period. And I don't know what happened in her life, why she ended up marrying a white guy, but nevertheless, I feel like whenever you in the public eye, you are married, it's very important to respect your partner. And based on what I remember, she was being respectful to her husband, which is, there was nothing wrong with that. But you know, whenever you're in the media, you say something, watch it, you say something messy, and whenever you step against that, people will dig back in the past and bring those shit back. And that's what happened with Nicki Minaj. I'm very excited with her relationship. She looked very, very super comfortable with Jeezy. The next hot topic I am going to talk about is Miss Fantasia. She stopped at the Breakfast Club to talk about her future album she has coming out, being independent artist, and she also got to talk about her relationship. And I fairly enjoyed the interview, and I understand, however you want to say it, where she was coming from. And one of my favorite YouTuber, Impressive, she put a video out there. She was getting, Miss Fantasia was getting a lot of backlash about what she said at the Breakfast Club. And I was remembering, I'm like, I saw that interview and I don't remember her saying anything wrong. But the thing is, whenever you are happy and you put in your opinion out there, somebody always going to go against it. And Fantasia took it up on herself to go live on IG with her husband, which was looking super fine. I'm talking about Fantasia. She was so beautiful in that IG video, and she was very calm. And as I was looking at the IG video, I could see Fantasia is very comfortable in her skin. And I think sometimes we went through a lot, and until we find our person. And I think that's exactly what happened to Fantasia. And one thing I did fairly enjoy about their IG video, it was the fact is they wasn't trying to push their relationship on anybody. They were just telling other people, this is our experience, this is how our relationship works, and we are happy with it, and we don't mind sharing it with you. Maybe you could try it also. And one thing with me is I feel like every relationship is different. And with that being said, is I feel like Fantasia did not need to respond to the backlash because I feel like she said nothing wrong. She just fairly enjoying her relationship with her husband, and she trying to share with people. Like, she kissed a lot of frog, and now she's happy. And based on the IG video, I could see the man is a good man, and I know she was very straightforward with her interview when she's like, my husband have a past, blah 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 blah, and he's human. And I think part of being human is making a mistake, and also is when you make a mistake, you stand by your mistake, you learn from your mistake, and hopefully that mistake will make you better. And that's one thing I appreciate about those two, because I feel like they acknowledge who they were, and they also acknowledge who they are right now. And kudos to Fantasia to find happiness. My brother is so crazy, and he sent me this text message, and I'm like, why he text me this crap? And until I get to read the text, is text. He know I do video for YouTube, so he sent me a text about Megan Thee Stallion got signed with the... Oh yeah, Megan Thee Stallion got signed with Jay-Z by Roc Nation. And he's like, do a video about it because Megan Thee Stallion is hot, which I agree 100%. So Megan Thee Stallion right now is killing the game. She have her video Hot Girl Summer right now that is climbing at the chart, the Billboard 100. So that's another good sign, good thing for Megan Thee Stallion. And to put the ice on the cake, she has signed with the Roc Nation, and she also getting backlash for signing with Roc Nation. And probably, I'm not gonna get into this video right now what she said, what's happening in Twitter and Instagram. I don't know which one it was, but nevertheless, I am working in a 13 video on that title itself, because I feel like it's very intriguing when people talk about that theory. Maybe it's true, maybe it's a lie, but I am very fascinated with that theory. If you a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion, if you're a big fan of Jay-Z, if you're a big fan of Rihanna, if you're a big fan of Beyonce, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I am going to do a 13 video about this topic, which I found very intriguing. I wasn't going to talk about Lady Gaga because I don't know that much about her makeup line, but my friend told me to Google her because I heard her makeup line is not doing well. However, I was too lazy, and I think Lady Gaga have a makeup line and it's not doing well. So I think, remember, allegedly it's not doing well, so don't quote me on that. So that was one of the hot topic my friend told me to Google, which I was feeling so lazy I didn't want to do that. The person I am going to talk about is Miss Rihanna. She is killing the game right now. She have her show on Amazon Prime, the Fantasia show, which is, she have, everybody is praising her because her show is a reflection of everybody. And I think sometimes whenever you put in project out there, you cannot be exclusive. You have to be very open-minded to welcome everybody to the table. And I think a lot of people in the media, especially when it comes to fashion, they just advertise to one little group of people, and sometimes I think that's taking money off your pocket. And I think Rihanna is very smart to actually including everybody into her savage fashion line, her beauty line, and she is doing an amazing job with that fancy beauty, fancy savage. And with that being said, my girl Normani is killing it. She was dancing. I saw a preview of that video. I'm like, who? Rihanna? So you call Normani to be in your show? So you call Normani to come in and slay that shit? So when I was watching it, I'm like, dang, Normani, you're that bitch. So that's it for it. No, I think I have one more thing. Yes. The thing I've been wanting to talk about. Yes. The thing I wanted to talk about, and I think it came out on Monday, maybe later, maybe sometime on Friday last week. Nicki Minaj plans to retire. What? Yes, I said Nicki Minaj plans to retire. And I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. Because I feel like whenever you're passionate about your craft, retirement is not on the top of the list. Because, I mean, like, what are you going to do? And I think whenever an artist say they're going to retire, I don't believe it. Because I feel like it's part of them marketing themselves to tell my fan, I'm going to retire, that's my last album, please buy it so you could be #1 and put more money in my pocket. Just remember, when Jay-Z did a whole concert, his whole album, I think the title of that was Black or Fade, something like that, I'm not 100% sure. So he wanted to retire. So everybody like, please Jay-Z, we love you, don't go anywhere, we're going to miss you. Only to find out, I think after that whole facade, he released at least 4 or maybe 5 albums after that. So Nicki Minaj is not going to retire, Jay-Z is not going to retire, Lil Wayne is not going to retire. It's just part of the game. People say they're going to retire. It's another way. I'm taking a break, so enjoy my last project. But I feel like retirement is the wrong word for that. But with that saying, Nicki is married, she's ready to have a family, she's ready to be pregnant, so she's ready to put her little crown down so she can make door for like lady like Thee Stallion, Cash Doll. Okay, side note people, I am gonna sidetrack right now. I'm in love with Cash Doll. I am. I did not know who she was until she did an interview with Sway in the morning. And her interview was so raw and real, I fell in love with her. So with that being said, that's one thing I wanted to add. So guys, that's it for the hot topic of the week, Monday to Friday. So guess what you need to do? Get out of here. Get the F out of here. This is, and I am out. Okay guys, I thought I was done with the video, but I wasn't. So as I was editing the video, I figured out, oh crap, I did not talk about the whole Fantasia, the comment she made about submitting to her partner. And I think that was the issue. Everybody was not happy with what she said. And I think what I wanted to say is, I forgot to say, was submitting in the relationship is not a bad thing. It's always know your position in the relationship, because I feel like whenever you get into a relationship, everybody play a role into the relationship. And even when it comes to a gay relationship, a lesbian relationship, somebody had to be not in charge, but somebody had to be almost like the decision maker. Where we're going to eat, what are we going to do, where we're going to vacation. And I think it's a beautiful thing whenever you could find that partner that understands that and also does not abuse that. And I think that's one thing her husband talk about in the IG, is the fact is knowing when somebody give you that power when somebody give you the power so they submit to you and you don't abuse it. It's not you about bossing them around, telling them where they could go, and also not paralyze their dream. And I think that's one thing. As I was doing the editing, I'm like, oh crap, I did not talk about it. The whole purpose of the video, the whole purpose people was upset with Fantasia, is the fact is she submit to her partner. And I think the interview itself was super raw. And especially when she say, my husband is the head and I'm the neck. And if without the neck, he cannot make any move. And she's like, I'm the queen. You need your queen, and let the guy be the king. Just that itself is kind of tell you that she is comfortable in a relationship, and which I already say that in before. But like I said, as I was editing the video, I was like, okay, I didn't talk about the submitted part, so I decided to do another shot and just add it as a bonus throughout my video. So that's it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna ask you. Should I? Okay, yes. Get out of here. Get the F out of here, those sis. And finally I am out, because that's it. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment and share it. I will see you on my next video. Once again, don't forget to subscribe.